Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Wow, that was very newsreadery.
Yeah, well, welcome back. Another week about you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. It means a lot that you're here with us.
Welcome back to the pod.
It's nice to get an early laugh out of you. Guys,
Laughing at you.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, this week on the pod, I'll be doing a lot of laughing because Jad's decided to really mess with me. And she wanted to discuss astrology and star signs when it comes to compatibility and behavior in relationships.
Yes, we are going to find out today whether or not Lachie and I are compatible. Might end the marriage. We'll see.
I doubt it. Yeah, we're going to chit-chat about all that absolute wish-wash, and we do have a few funny listener submissions that hopefully we can fit in at the end. But and our Ask Mum and Dad at the end of the episode comes from a girl needing a little bit of help with a flirtatious boss.
Oh.
So, yeah, an interesting one. But, yeah, honestly, guys, I don't really even know the star signs, let alone what they're meant to, I don't know, tell about you and your personality or temperament. So I'm looking forward to learning a few things this episode from Jad.
We were trying to talk about the star signs when we were chatting about the pod, obviously prior to coming in. And Locke said, what's it called? Tauros.
And that's not right?
Tauros.
What is it?
He said Tauros. Like from, what's the movie called? Wait.
I love that you come so prepared.
It's coming to me. Bring it on.
Yeah.
The girls are nodding. Sorry.
Oh.
We could just got a collective nod in the room. What was that? Oh.
Well, you just coughed into the microphone. So.
I didn't. That was a laugh.
Okay, well, before we get stuck into the absolute codswallop that is today's episode, I wanted to share with you guys a little, I would say a pregnancy symptom of Jad's, which she hasn't really decided to share with you guys, which I think is not really nice because she shares a lot and she's an open book and she's kept this to herself. And I just think it's not really fair because we did an episode where people, was it an episode just a little bit where people wrote in with the craziest things that happened to them in pregnancy and people had like lost sight, lost hearing and had all these wild things. Jad got a few freckles under her armpits and thought that was wild. But we've been together for 8 years. She's never done this thing. It's happened in pregnancy and it is absolutely sending me.
It didn't happen the last pregnancy.
Yeah, it's hit me for 6. I don't really know what to do with myself. Jad has become a chronic snorer.
Okay, chronic is like, come on. It's not that bad.
Oh, I record Jad each night when she does it because when it first started, I said, Jad, I don't know if you know, sweetie, but you're really snoring at nights and I can't sleep if you go to sleep first and start snoring. And she went, I don't snore. That's not true. And I was like, okay, I'm not lying to you. I'm not like trying to have this little moment where I'm tricking you into believing that you're a snorer so you go get help or whatever. And so next night...
What do you want me to get, a mask?
Oh, that'd be helpful. The next night, I recorded her, and I've recorded her a few times. So if you want me to play the recording...
No, we're not playing any snoring recording. That is not necessary. It's a light wheezing.
Explain to them what it is. It's quite heavy when you heard it.
It's not heavy, but it's a bit of a snore. And you know what? Fair enough. When I lie on my back, I can't breathe. So I'm assuming that's what's happening in my sleep. I'm rolling around. My lungs are being squashed by the baby. Really, I'd expect a bit more empathy if I'm being honest.
No. I totally understand. It'd be uncomfortable to sleep. But Jad and I go to bed right now, I would say around 10:30. That's kind of like the happy, place we go to sleep. 10:30. The other night I was still up at 1:30.
That's your fault.
3 hours of listening to her snore to the point where I got one headphone and I put it in and tried to listen to some meditation. Then it was so loud through that I got the second headphone and put it in. And I said to her in the morning, I've never slept with 2 headphones in my ear just to try and get to sleep. Still couldn't get to sleep because her snoring went over the sound in my ear. So I don't really know what to do this stage. If I move to the couch, if it happens,
or you might have to.
Because I was cooked in the morning. Like I'm not since Fletcher's learnt to sleep, we've been getting pretty good, decent nights of sleep. It's been great because you feel refreshed in the morning. This took me back to newborn days because I was going to bed at 2:30, waking up at 6 to get him up. It was just heinous.
I think you're being a bit traumatic, if I'm being honest.
Oh my God! Imagine if the roles were reversed.
All the symptoms I'm experiencing every day, but poor you have to listen to a little.
Okay, I'm sending the recording to Hannah and she's going to play it because if you pretend like it's a...
No one's hearing my
It sounds
snore.
like the bloody... Oh.
You snored the night afterwards.
You sound like a freight train.
You snored also.
Okay.
And it was very annoying for me and I had to be up for 2 minutes listening until I nudged you.
I'm not saying you need you should change anything. I'm just saying if I duck down to the couch, don't hold it against me. And I also, fingers crossed, this stops after you give birth.
I'm also I've been congested for a while.
What's that got to do with
There's a
anything?
bit on, in my sinus.
Oh, trust me, there's a lot going on with you. Oh. All right, let's get on to astrology. So I'm actually looking forward to you teaching me about essentially how the sun's apparent position in relation to constellations has anything to do with my personality and temperament.
I'm pro astrology today. Look.
Just today?
Well, yeah. Look, most of the time I'm a bit on the fence, but today I'm pro astrology. I'm batting for the team of pro stars. Let's go.
Oh, and just back to me to take it from there, or
that was just
awesome.
Sorry, yeah, I was just explaining my perspective.
From what you know, which is infinitely more than me about this topic, are we a good fit on astrology paper?
Okay, that's a really good question. But first, we actually need to get into what our star signs are.
What are we?
And then whether or not we're compatible. So.
But we've been together 8 years and married with kids and love each other. So isn't that just enough?
No, because the stars might say we should split up.
And you'd listen to the stars?
I don't know. Like, stars are pretty cool.
I look forward to it. Hit me.
Yeah, okay. So, firstly, I'm a Pisces. My birthday is February 26th, which means I am empathetic, imaginative, intuitive, gentle, and artistic. My shadow side can be overly idealistic, escapist, or indecisive.
What's a shadow side?
It's like your bad traits, I feel, in the star sign.
Oh, okay.
Like slightly less desirable.
As in they couldn't just say it was all positives about people. They had to throw in some sort of arbitrary negatives.
Whoever they is that you're referring to.
Whoever wrote that.
I feel like it really does describe me, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's quite accurate. And then my vibe is the dreamer. Deep.
Wait, what's it?
Yeah.
What do you mean your vibe?
I don't know. It's just part of what I got, what it churned out. It says the dreamer, deeply feeling and spiritually tuned in. That's me, right? So little background on me. Here's Locke. So Locke's tricky. He's a cusp. He is the 23rd of September, which means he basically falls under two star signs. He is both of
So I get more good traits then.
Yeah, and bad ones. You are a Virgo and a Libra, sort of. Basically, when I went into the timing of... So if you want a more accurate reading, you've got to put in your time, basically.
It's not more accurate, guys. It's just...
Your birth time and your birthplace. So I did that. He's a harmonizer and thinker, combining Libra's diplomacy with Virgo's precision, likely drawn to aesthetics, fairness, and meaningful relationships, yet he doesn't miss small details. Others probably see him as gracious, calm, and reliable, though he may privately overthink decisions because he wants to get it right. That's you. How do you feel about that?
What do you mean? How do I feel about it?
How do you feel? Do you feel like that relates to
Well,
you?
yeah, they've said some nice things, haven't they? So obviously, I reckon most people, when they hear a positive personality trait about themselves, they're going to go, "Oh, that's nice. That's me."
Oh, well, do you want me to tell the bad stuff?
Go for it.
Okay, hang on.
Do you believe in the bad stuff though? Because you know me quite well. So is the bad stuff me, or is this just what the star gods have said is maybe bad about me?
I'm just going to summarize both Virgo and Libra's shadow side so we can see. You can be overly critical, perfectionistic, or anxious, or you can be indecisive, people-pleasing, or avoid it. Which one do you relate to more?
That's just covered everything.
No, it hasn't.
I can be quite critical. Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
All of those bad things.
I
guess.
think you're perfectionistic.
Thank you.
Anxious? Yeah, I'd throw that in there.
Yeah, everyone's anxious at times.
I'm
That's
not
what I mean.
anxious.
It's like what is just throwing out this blanket thing that everyone is going to feel in their life and going yeah, they're anxious. And then if I have felt anxious at any moment in my life, I'd read that and go, oh yeah, they're right.
Well, no, because
I have been anxious.
No, it's like anxiousness is a feeling that you keep going back to versus being anxious in certain scenarios where it's warranted.
Oh, so I'm just anxious all the time, you think?
Well, you do the finger picking thing, and you say that it's because you're anxious.
Yeah.
And you do that, pretty regularly.
Yeah, but I feel like you could just make any of these fit to someone, right? Like
But
it will
no,
never,
because
it will
I
never
don't relate
not
to your
fit.
I don't relate to your star sign. See, this is what I find very interesting. I relate to my star sign. I think it describes me pretty well. Your star sign doesn't describe me at all.
That is confirmation bias. But how do you explain? How do you explain, like, for example, let's say someone else that was born on the 23rd of September, or let's say I had a twin, right?
Sure,
So
yeah.
I had a twin. We're
Okay.
born the exact same time, exact same date, whatever, to the exact same parents. And then I become an accountant, and my brother or sister becomes a tattoo artist, and
You can have different jobs and still be similar.
yeah, but we're totally different personality-wise. Like, how do you explain that?
I think
Like,
you
not
can,
everyone
I
born
think
in.
you can even have different personalities but still draw similar traits.
Oh, okay.
They're different.
So the 8 billion people on the planet
Yeah.
are just categorized into the 12 star signs.
Yeah.
And they all fit.
I think most of them are pretty accurate, yeah.
Most of them. You've done a survey of the 8 million people. You've sat down, you've gone, look, I just want to find out a few things about you to see if it fits. And don't they change?
The star signs.
Yeah, like when you get like
oh, yeah,
horoscopes
they had a shift
in
recently, didn't they?
I don't know.
They
I just
shifted
I
one
more
of the
meant
star signs.
in a newspaper or a magazine when they write about
Yeah.
horoscopes and star signs. They're changing, right? Like they write nice things with a few mysterious things.
Do you mean
and then-
horoscopes are changing or
Yeah,
the
isn't that-
stars are moving?
Isn't that part of star signs, horoscopes?
Yeah.
Doesn't that tell you about your
That's
star
based
sign?
off the alignments in the sky.
Yeah. But I'm saying it's not just a reprint, right? There wasn't just one paragraph
Yeah.
that was said about Aries and then they just reprint that always. As
Obviously.
in there's always going to be a few nice things said and then a few like ominous
Yeah,
things
but it's
that
like
are said.
today you might feel this because the moon's moved and that's not good.
And does that affect feelings
Yeah.
and emotion? How so?
Well, if you think about it, the moon, if you've got the moon here, right, and then
Yeah.
you've got the ocean, and the ocean moves because of
You know,
the
if
moon.
you don't know, you could just say, not really sure.
I do know. I'm
Oh, okay.
explaining to you if you
All right.
listen.
Yeah, sorry.
The moon is in charge of the tides, right?
Oh, yeah.
If we're made up of
course.
water,
Yeah.
would it not make sense that we change with the moon too?
I don't know if you're joking or being serious right now.
I'm being serious.
Wait, so when the moves,
The
like
moon moves.
when it just rises in the sky, it shifts
When
our...
it's affecting the tides, maybe we're being affected also from within.
Maybe.
So
That is
maybe-
a strong point.
Maybe there is some legitimacy to this. Well, it's how can you move a whole ocean and not one tiny little human?
Yeah, but
Not physically,
do
but
you think that maybe they've just found this thing which is nice and they just write kind of
who's
blanket-
they? Who are you talking about? Santa Claus?
whoever made this rubbish up and thought they could...
This is ancient philosophy.
Oh, I wouldn't say philosophy, but ancient heebie-jeebies, yeah.
It's
But I'm saying, don't you think that...
basically I did some research, right? Astrology and astronomy used to be the same thing. So that's where it actually
And
stemmed
then they
from.
split the science and the codswallop.
Around the 1600s,
Yeah.
science started going that way, and
To the truth and facts, yeah. That's weird.
and they said, you know what, we don't identify with this element of what you're
Yeah.
saying anymore.
Witchcraft.
And so that it was kind of divided.
Mm.
So, but it's all come from the same place, really.
That's some solid research right there. So you don't think that they just say and make up generic things in newspapers, magazines, and put out a few like positive points
But it's
about
based off
people, which
based off
obviously
of the
most people are
stars.
going to take on board and go, yeah, that's me. That sounds really nice,
Yeah.
and take it on board. And they kind of don't really provide any solutions to any issues you're having. You don't think that's the
Well,
case?
they're not fortune tellers. Like, what solutions do you want?
Well, when they say like
They warn
at the end
you
of your
about
horoscope, they
things that-
go, oh, if you're a Libra, you might be feeling uncertain about a certain decision in your life. It's like, yeah, all of us are feeling that at all times. There are things that we're trying to decide that we're uncertain of.
Yeah,
So
but
you've
Libra
just
might
made
be
a blanket
feeling,
statement.
Libra might be feeling more uncertainty around that time because of where the stars are and the moon and the planets.
How's that going to affect like whether or not you text a guy back or something?
That's a good question. If we circle...
Oh my God. Sounds like I'm talking to a professor about this. Like, there's no answer to these questions.
If we... I actually want to talk about Mercury being in retrograde
Gatorade.
because that's quite relevant.
What is it?
or
Mercury
in
being
Mercury
in retrograde
in Renegade.
is quite relevant.
It's relevant to what? Because you've brought up something about communication, right? So, there is this thing that happens, right? 3 to 4 times a year. I think the girls are stuck on the Renegade thing. I'm drawing from my notes here because this is very important.
I hate that we're doing this episode.
Mercury goes into retrograde about 3 to 4 times a year, lasting around 3 weeks each time. Now you've just mentioned a text message, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? That was a while ago now.
No, I said yeah, it was a while ago now. I just said like, how's that going to affect whether or not someone texts you back?
Okay, yes. So this is very important. So.
Oh wait, so you can confirm that there's a reason why?
Yes. So Mercury is the planet that rules communication, technology, travel, and thought and decision making.
Mercury rules communication.
It does. Yes, it does.
So Mercury gave us permission to have this chat right now because we're communicating.
I had the same question, and he was the answer that I received.
Who are you talking to? Like, who's giving you these answers?
So Mercury rules communication, travel, and thinking in astrology because it's the fastest moving planet and was linked to Hermes
Yeah. It's probably the purses, to be honest.
Mercury, the mythic messenger of the gods. Over thousands of years, astrologers noticed that Mercury's quick, changeable nature symbolized speech, intellect, movement, and connection. So it became associated with those parts of life. That's why Mercury is the ruler of communication, technology, travel, and thought and decision making, basically.
Yeah.
So
very basic.
when Mercury appears,
it's still going. Oh
when
my God.
Mercury appears,
this is heinous.
to go backwards, right? Because that's what happens. You look in the sky, and the way that it was described to me was that, you know, when you're on a highway and you're going really fast, and you pass a car, and it briefly looks like they're going backwards, or they pass you. Which one is it? When you're going on a highway, hang on. You're on a highway.
You just figure it out. Take your time. No rush. People aren't waiting to hear anything
you're
good.
Passing them or they're passing you.
Yeah.
And it looks like the car's going the opposite direction. That's what it looks like in the sky when you look at Mercury, apparently. Because it looks like it's going backwards, which is...
Can I come back? Can I go to the bathroom and then you come back to this? Because
astrologers interpret it as a
still
time when those areas can feel off balance or chaotic, such as miscommunications and misunderstandings, travel delays, or tech glitches.
We've just lost so many listeners. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Lost emails, mixed up plans, or foot-in-mouth moments. It's seen as a time to slow down, reflect, and double-check details rather than rush forward. So...
Oh, my God.
What I was saying was, basically, after we've now received that beautiful summary, is that
and
when
the
Mercury...
4 people that are still listening to this
when
episode.
Mercury is in retrograde, communication can suffer. And that's the warning that you're receiving when you read your horoscope.
You could have said that last sentence and that would have summarized it.
But you needed the backstory of the Mercury and then the messenger and the mythical, and it all provides a little bit of something.
It is a nice story.
Yeah.
That's, I'm sure, sent a lot of people to sleep.
I think context is helpful.
Do you care that horoscopes never have any specificity to them?
They do.
No, they don't.
I disagree.
Like a horoscope will never tell you something specific about yourself or your life or something that's coming. We'll never say careful on, October 18th when you get home from work, you're going to make a soup and it's going to be too hot and you're going to trip over your cat and spill it on your leg.
That's too specific because there's a big group of people who are experiencing the moon's pull.
But they'll just say something like, there's a challenge round the corner.
Yeah. Well, everyone can't have the same soup challenge. Some people don't have cats, so that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I don't you think that just horoscopes are a bit ridiculous and any of this is a bit ridiculous?
I think you don't have any points, being honest.
How do you feel about the people that are die hard by this? And I don't know, but we spoke about... Well, I think that... If horoscopes or star signs or whatever this was, talked about personality traits and, if people dated to their star sign, if it was real and,
I forgot to say we're compatible.
Oh, we are.
I
Awesome.
never got down to that. We never got across that. We
Thank
are
God.
compatible. I'd like to confirm we're on opposite sides of the wheel, which means, opposites attract.
Yeah.
And it's good.
I don't know if the girls are laughing at you or with you at this,
We
at
don't
this
need
point.
to break up, in case you're wondering. Sorry, go on.
I
What
was
were you
never.
saying?
I actually don't know. You've just interrupted me, and I've forgotten what I've been saying.
You were talking about specificity.
Specificity.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know anymore what I've been saying. No. I was saying that if horoscopes or star signs truly predicted like who a person was, their personality, their temperament,
Yep.
and then couldn't you just date to a star sign? Like that would just
Some people do.
That would just solve everyone's dating problems.
Some people
right?
will not date certain star signs. Like they are hard no on the Scorpios. No offense, Scorpios. I'm sure you all know.
Yeah, but everyone knows that Scorpios.
No,
are
I'm saying
bad.
I'm sure the Scorpios know that there's a general consensus that it might be hard to date you.
Why is that? Like, as in, like, what's the
energy?
What's the consensus on Scorpions?
If you think about it, Scorpion's got venom in its tail.
No, what is a Scorpio? I'm being serious. What's so bad about Scorpios?
I need to do a Google
Oh,
because
okay.
I don't want to regurgitate the wrong information.
We
not a
don't want
Scorpio.
you to regurgitate any more information. It's been too information heavy from you.
It's been informative, I feel.
No, but when you say there's a consensus that Scorpios are bad, so
Yeah.
anyone born in like, I don't even know, what's the time frame? Is it like a month?
A month, I believe.
So
It's
anyone
like
born in X
around a
month
month.
is just, you write them off. You don't date that person.
Yeah. Some people do that.
Yeah, but would you say those people
Like they won't go on dates with that person, even if they're like
What do you
vibing
What
them.
do you think about? So even if they're vibing them,
Yeah.
they go probably some bad stuff under the covers.
Some people, yes, date like that.
How do you feel about that though?
Well, I think it's actually kind of similar to religion. Like if you've got religious beliefs and you don't want to date someone who is in a different, who believes in a different religion, then you're not going to do that, are you?
Yep. That's pretty much the same thing.
Well,
exactly. Yeah.
People have just different preferences. And some people really believe in this.
Yeah, but I'm saying, how do you do you feel like it's strong enough and valid enough to like live by?
Do
that?
I personally feel?
Yeah, like, do you think that that's like a warranted way to look at dating? Like, if someone's from this star sign, let's not date them. Because what about all the positive traits that they have? Like, all
Yeah.
of them come with positive and like a few, not so good ones, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. How do you just rule one out?
I don't know. It's not something I personally do, but I can see how people get kind of locked in on wanting to find someone who's maybe outside of a star sign here or there.
Yeah. Okay. I don't really understand any of the star sign chat, but
You don't understand the whole conversation we've been having.
I honestly don't. I don't understand how anyone could like base their real life off this kind of stuff. Like I understand how people could read a horoscope out of interest in a newspaper and find a few like, oh, like they've said I'm kind and compassionate and tolerant. Oh, that's really nice. Like I am those things. I appreciate that. But
you're just a non-believer in general.
well, of everything in the world.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, I don't think that.
Yes, you are.
I don't think things should be believed unless they can kind of be like proved to be real.
That's where you and we're on opposite ends of the chart,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
For a
it's,
reason. And it brings us together. But we are different, you and I, in our beliefs.
yeah. Okay.
I like to believe in many things.
Okay. So something that I received a few little funny things from people, right? Talking about star signs and dating. But something that I just wanted to bring up, they're not even stories. I just want to read a little excerpt from each one, is that it was funny. These messages came one after the other, right? And one said that, I think it was, let me just get it, that their partner was a Gemini.
Is this all from one person?
No. This is two different people.
Okay.
But I'm saying it's funny because it's just an interpretation. Like one has said one is bad and then the other one said like, so this girl said, My Gemini on and off again ex-boyfriend turned out to be bipolar and it was the worst, right?
Sure.
So she said that.
I
and
think
then,
Geminis are supposed to be two-faced. Is that the Gemini?
well, bipolar makes sense. Has
yeah,
to be.
I'm pretty sure that's the general consensus.
Next message from a girl straight after. She goes, dated a bloody Leo. Very passionate but controlling, arrogant. And then she goes, I'm a Gemini, so I'm adaptable and happy to walk away. I felt like writing back, no, you have to be bipolar if you're a Gemini.
No,
Like-
but if you think about it, right, you could apply the word adaptable to someone who is two-faced because they're able to wear different masks.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that anyone could make it fit to any category, right? Like it
I don't
doesn't
know.
matter. You could move them all around and you could find one thing within each star sign that you do relate to, and then one bad thing that you might in your shadow whatever also relate to, you know? So I'm saying none of it makes sense. Like she goes, Geminis were the worst, they were bipolar, and the next girl's like, I'm a Gemini, it's the best, I'm so adaptable. And it's like, well, then obviously if it can fit every person and every possibility, then yeah, it works. Like I'm sure I could find one thing in your description that I go, like, I resonate with that, you know? And there's probably
yeah, but
one
that's
bad
one
thing that I
thing.
resonate
I
with.
don't relate to your reading. It's not me.
Wait, so there's none that you relate to in mine?
Yeah, but like one thing is different to the whole reading, feeling like quite relatable. Like
So there's not a single one in yours that doesn't like
I'm
is
not
not an
s-
apt description of you?
it said, empathetic, imaginative, intuitive, gentle, and artistic. Can be overly idealistic, escapist, or indecisive. It's literally I resonate with all of that.
Have you-
Even the bad stuff.
are there any other ones that you resonate with?
Well, if I go through yours, charming? No.
What,
I
you're
don't
not
think
charming?
I don't think I'm very charming. I don't think of myself as a charming person. That's not what comes
Yeah, but
to
this
mind.
is literally
You're charming.
But this is literally confirmation bias, right? It's like you
Sure.
view yourself in a certain way.
Fair-minded.
You read a few positive things about yourself and you go, yeah, that's really nice, that's me. And then you have other things which you don't view yourself as. So if you read them and they're attached to another one, you'll go, yeah, that's not
But
me.
it's like-
So I must be this one.
But I think the thing is about it is that it's supposed to be what how do I explain this? It's more you
I'm not
than
sure.
it would be me. As in, okay, right. So it says charming, fair-minded. This is Libra. Relationship-oriented and peace-loving. You seek harmony in your surroundings and value balance in all areas of life. Sure, I can relate to being fair-minded and relationship-oriented and peace-loving.
And wanting balance. And
I can relate to them, but not nearly as much as my previous reading, which felt like the characteristics that make up who I am.
yeah, sure. But what I'm saying is that I reckon if they just had a different title above yours, like if they had your whatever you are, what are you? Forgot. Pisces. Or if you had Pisces
Guys, just for
written-
context, Locke didn't know his star sign before we did our
who
research.
cares?
He
It's a-
literally didn't know.
And how's it affected my life? 0. So we're all good.
Go
Move on. But I'm saying if you had your Pisces one and then just had other things which you sort of agreed with underneath, you would have attached to that.
I
You wouldn't have
disagree.
read the Tory one and gone, oh, that's me. Like, why? I was born in the wrong month, you know? Like it's all codswallop.
No, because I disagree. I just disagree with you. I think you're wrong. I relate to mine the most.
Okay, do you know any twins in your life?
Yeah.
Are they just the exact same person?
I find most twins are pretty similar, yeah.
Oh.
I do.
You find most twins are pretty similar.
Yes.
From your like small interaction with them, or
They're attached at the bloody hip, the twins that I'm familiar with. And they have a lot of the same interests.
yeah.
I'm just saying. I think
But
you're wrong.
that doesn't make them the same person because you have the same.
They're not
interest.
the same person. Genetically,
Like character
They are.
traits and temperament have nothing to do with interests. Like you can be like a rude, harsh, critical person, right?
how many twins
like-
do you know that are polar
And like
opposites?
video games, but then you can also be like a soft, kind, caring, empathetic person and like video games.
You've
so
lost
you can.
me. You've
Well, you're
lost me
saying
at
they
video
have. You're
games.
saying that they have the same interests. I'm saying two people that are polar opposites in terms of their
Yeah,
character can
sure.
have the same interests.
But I'm saying the twins that I know
Yeah.
have similar characters. Yes.
Okay. So
Have you got different experiences?
well, I just think it's a
No,
tough.
yes or no?
I just think it's a tough square to circle. Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I do because I know boy and girl twins that are vastly different in personality, temperament, things that they like. Like it's it's crazy to think that they're even close to being the same. But does that mean that?
Who?
Does that mean
we'll
that?
bleep it out. Who?
Oh, just kids I went to school with. But
Do you know them still? Maybe
just-
they're the same now.
Okay, so you're telling me, just for example, right? You got someone born here in the middle of Sydney City, right? They're born to a doctor and a lawyer, and they're raised in Sydney, right? And then you've got when they're born today. What's the date? Whatever the date is.
Yep.
November, October in Australia, 2025. So you're saying if someone born in the Amazon jungle right now, October 2025, they're going to have the exact same personality and temperament as the person born here? Like that's how that works?
They're likely to be aligned.
They're likely to be aligned.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's just... But surely if someone that believes in this stuff thinks about that, they could rationalize in their mind that that's not how it's going to work, right?
But, right, how do you can't make sense of anything, really, if you think about it.
Well, you sort of can because that's where science and facts come in, you know? Like,
Yeah, but science can explain thus far, and then it stops. There's a gap.
yeah,
Like, the planets are there, but how did they get there?
yeah.
right?
But that's the difference
Right.
between science and making stuff up, right? Is science goes, we're not sure, we don't know yet.
So they're saying we don't know. There you go.
It's very hard to have this conversation. Okay, so astrology writes some stupid thing about your personality and gives you a few positive traits, right? And just goes, you're a Gemini, you're this.
Yeah.
Psychology or science will give you like a 600-page dissertation on like attachment styles, like as in, and
yeah, but
break
that's
down
still
the...
confirmation bias, dude. Come on.
Wait,
People can attach to certain attachment styles. It's the same thing. There's no difference.
Right, so a 600-page report on different attachment styles and explaining people's brains and why they nature and nurture has made them a certain way through their development. That is the same as a horoscope.
If you think about it, nature and nurture could involve the star sign also.
This is honestly a tough chat.
I'm just saying.
Do you have any does anything strike you as odd within astrology, like that you don't like, or you go, that's a bit
That
weird?
I don't like.
Or like, I don't believe that, like that's a bit far-fetched, or is it just all good stuff?
The thing I don't know. Well, if you think about it, the planets could be made up. Have you been to Mercury?
I'll tell you what is made up.
Have you?
I haven't been, but I feel after your 40-page document you
bit
read out
sus.
earlier, I know a lot about Mercury now, so it's all good.
So
I don't want to go anymore.
Someone could have made all of it up, really.
To me, astrology is like
If you think
fitting
about it.
people into like adult Harry Potter houses, you know?
I love that. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Guys, I don't even...
I wish I wasn't a Pisces because the fish are a bit boring, if I'm being honest. The two little sardines, come on.
See, I don't know what that means. The fish are a little boring. Do each one have animals attached to them?
Yes. Oh, not animals,
my
but
God. things. All right.
Some have animals.
I'm gonna
they
tuck
all
into some of our... We got a few little listener things that came in, which are, thank God, nice, short and sweet. Like one just said, Gemini was bipolar, and I was like, great story, thank you. All right, this one says, I dated an Aries. He broke up with me during an argument I didn't know we were having.
Oh.
My Aries ex once texted me, we're done, in the middle of a completely unrelated conversation about what to have for dinner. Apparently, I was being controlling because I said I didn't feel like Thai food that night. I didn't even get to reply. He blocked me first.
Wow.
And the thing is, I got these stories, right? And I was like, I don't know what that means.
We
Like,
need
my-
context
my
about the Aries. Yeah.
But it says I had to look up what that was. It says an Aries is typically energetic, passionate, courageous, with a competitive and direct nature.
What's the
Does that
shadow
mean
side,
does
sweetheart?
that mean
Come
it's
on.
courageous of him?
We need
to...
the shadow. The shadow side is important.
Oh, I don't have any. I didn't know shadow sides was a thing of this. I didn't know there were so many sides and suns and animals.
You have a rising sun, I think, and a...
Yeah, but
something
then
else.
it says Aries are natural leaders who enjoy challenges and new experiences. But then you could say that him breaking up with her, he wanted to challenge himself and have a new experience with a new woman. Like, it can all make sense. Like, you can make it make sense, and then you go,
I think you need to read
he
the.
must be
I
an
think
Aries.
the shadow side is relevant here.
No, there's no such thing as a shadow side or a star sign. Oh my god!
Do you think you hang on? Do you think you have a shadow side in life?
Yeah, I think everyone
there you
has their shadow self.
So shadow self exists.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah, but I think it's the dark side which gives you thoughts and says things in your mind sometimes which you have to, I don't know, like hide from a little bit.
Oh.
But everyone, I think, has that like little dark side in them that might try and pull them to that side. But I don't think it's anything to do with the arbitrary position of the stars in the sky.
It could be the moon's tide pulling you.
It definitely could, but I don't think it is. But are you saying because I believe that people have a shadow side that I'm a
believer of shadow sides?
Astrology believer?
Oh, I'm just saying you believe in shadow sides. Theory proven.
Yeah, mine just comes from a different place, I guess.
Where does yours come from?
Psychologists and stuff like that. I know it's not a believable science to an astrology believer. But, all right, the next story says, I had a Taurus ex and it was exhausting. He wouldn't let me sit on his side of the bed. Even after we moved in together, he had a side of the bed and a blanket system and a sleep hygiene routine that couldn't be altered under any circumstances. I once tried to cuddle him when he was already half asleep and he sighed and said, this is why people sleep alone.
Oh. Firstly, proud of you.
For what?
You said Taurus.
Oh, like that's courageous of her to date the Taurus?
No, you said it. The word.
Oh, yeah. Well, when it's spelt, it makes more sense.
What were you reading prior, if not letters?
I didn't look it up. I remembered.
You just said it off memory. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taurus.
Well, that just sounds like he has OCD, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But what's the shadow side of Taurus, honey? These are relevant questions. You can't just draw information without all the facts.
Yeah, but it said, because I was like, when I got these, I was like, this is really weird because people are saying that their ex is a certain star sign and then it's characterized by this behavior and that really makes sense because they are this, but I don't know anything about it. But then when a Taurus, it just said was loyal, patient, determined. So how does that...
Yeah, you're reading the good bits.
But he's not patient. So it's not a Taurus.
That's got nothing to do with patience.
What?
That's just like an annoying
patience,
tick.
Dealing with another person or them cuddling you or disrupting
I wouldn't put that in the patience category.
Yeah, true.
Look, you've done terrible research, if I'm being honest.
That's because any time I read anything on this, I wanted to pull my hair out.
What else have you got for us?
There's not much, honestly. They were all a bit funky. But it said, next one said, I was with a Gemini. He changed his opinion mid-argument, then argued with me about it. My ex would literally switch sides in an argument, then accuse me of not listening. Once mid-debate about whether we should move in together, he said, you're right, maybe we should wait. And then immediately followed up with, if you also want to wait, you obviously don't want to fully commit. I thought I was losing my mind.
Yeah, two-faced.
Does that mean I'm a Gemini? Because sometimes we argue and change our minds. So
no,
how does
you
that
don't
work?
do that. You are very stern in your opinion.
What?
Yeah, you are. Let me read this about you. Hang on.
Oh my God. I can't wait for this episode to be over. Sorry, guys.
Wait.
Fuck. What are you reading up about me?
I'm trying to read your shadow side again.
Oh, beautiful.
That could come under perfectionistic.
What do you mean? What could come under perfectionistic?
You not changing your argument.
So you've just gone and found a word and then somehow made it fit into something that I've once done.
Yeah.
I love it. Honestly, this is...
You don't give me Gemini, if I'm being honest.
What is Gemini to you?
Not you.
See, you don't even know.
But I do know. I know enough.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry if you are loving star signs and astrology, but I think you guys need to do your own research like Jad about Mercury and the Gatorade and everything. And I'm going to get to our Ask Mum and Dad where hopefully we can help someone with a real problem in the world that actually exists.
Mm.
All right, I'll ask Mom and Dad says, hey guys, not really a relationship question, but would still love your thoughts. I recently joined a trendy creative agency as a graphic designer. My boss is super charming, successful, and I'd even say a little too smooth for his own good. Lately, he's been complimenting me, bringing me coffee and snacks just because, and dropping flirty comments like, if I wasn't your boss, I'd ask you to dinner. Thing is, I'm not offended. In fact, I kind of enjoy the flirtatious attention. But I'm also wondering if this is just harmless fun or a slippery slope. Is it just office banter between two adults, or is there a line that we both might be crossing?
There's a line.
Jad, what does the Pisces think about that?
I think it's inappropriate from a boss. Absolutely.
Yeah, but is it inappropriate if it's like consensual and mutual? Like she's saying she's enjoying it. Like I understand there's like a weird, it's your boss and there's a weird like power play
thing.
at hand. But like most couples, a lot of couples meet at work. Like that's not. I don't
disagree,
thing.
But if it wasn't welcome, it would be incredibly wrong.
Of course.
So it's only on the chance that she's actually accepting of it.
Yeah, which sounds like it kind of is. But I think the question is like, is it a slippery slope? Well,
it depends. Do you want to go down the slide?
Yeah, no, it's all like that. Yeah, I guess if you're entertaining it but don't want it to go anywhere, then it could get a slippery slope because you might, give him the wrong idea and he might like up his flirtatious, pursuits to the point where you don't like what he's doing. So like that could be a slippery slope.
There's
but like if you're keen on it, then
I think there's a plethora of potential issues. It's not going to end in you two dating, which even then could be tricky.
Yeah, sure.
It's not going to end well. What you start dating someone and then your boss is being inappropriate at work, then how do you approach that?
You mean if she starts dating someone from outside of work?
Yeah.
Oh, well then I'm sure you would say something, right? Or go like, hey, I'm dating someone that's inappropriate. Like, even if you weren't my boss.
Okay, then your boss goes, what are you talking about?
About what?
You've got a problem. The boss doesn't acknowledge it. Goes, what are you talking about? I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I would say, remember when
you've got a big problem.
Remember when I said you just said if I wasn't your boss, you'd take me out to dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, boss goes, that was just a joke. Why are you taking that seriously?
I'd say not funny.
Okay, now you've got tension in the office with your boss. Your boss hates you, you're not getting a promotion.
Wait, so I don't get it.
It's definitely a slippery slope.
Yeah, it is a slippery slope if you don't want anything.
Your
but
colleague
what I'm
notices.
saying is that heaps of people start
Tells
relationships
HR.
in work. So I'm saying if you would entertain the idea of a relationship with him, then yeah, go nuts, be flirty, and like go on a date with him if that's what you want. But there's no slippery slope until you make a decision about what you want.
It's more complicated than that. You need to assess whether or not it's worth potentially not having that job over. Because if it doesn't end well, then your boss, the person who tells you what to do every day, is also potentially your ex. Like, ew, what is that?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a murky water.
So you need to tread very carefully here, GF. You need to decide whether or not this is for you, and if it is, you need to be willing to lose that job. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow.
And if you're not willing to lose the job, and it's not that serious, and it's just lighthearted flirtiness, maybe dial it back because that could cause issues later on.
Yeah, I think if it's like a career, like you're in a career, then it's a big risk to take. But if it's like, like I've dated people in casual workplaces
like
before,
if you're
it's not
working,
really an issue because, if it's
a weekend job that's just like, helping pay the bills right now and it's not forever, sure, have fun.
Yeah, you go find the cafe job or the bar job at a different bar and you keep going. But if it's a career and you've worked hard to get there and then you're tossing up this thing, I would, think long and hard. If you think it's going to work out, if you do take the leap and if, you believe that this could be your person, then sure, have a crack. But yeah, I would, I don't know, put a stop to it pretty quick if you just think it's like harmless workplace fun because, not only could it impact, if you started, as Jet said, seeing someone else and then you wanted it to stop, then that might cause a bit of weird disharmony. And then also, this might sound weird, but I think that also seeing favoritism in a workplace could upset other colleagues, which would then treat you differently.
Exactly.
So if he's only bringing you coffees, snacks, and like flirting with you, and then everyone around's just watching it,
and then
Sarah
next door wants her bum slapped,
So we just chucking sexual assault in there. Awesome. No, but it's saying if you see that favoritism and you're not getting it, then that might, rub people up the wrong way.
Exactly.
So yeah, definitely a tricky one. But I think you need to have a little think to yourself on what you want, and unless this guy's like, I don't know, an absolute stallion, and you're gonna have a crack, then put a stop to it. But I mean, that's gonna be weird in itself, right? If you said you kind of like it and
you can just pull back a little bit.
Yeah, or I don't know. You can say something, right? Like you can say
No.
Oh, you can't just be honest.
I wouldn't say anything yet. If it's early days and it's like lighthearted.
So what does pull back mean? Just like
don't be as
back,
reciprocal. Like, try to avoid the fluttering of the eyelashes when it happens.
So when he hands you a coffee, do you hand it back and go, I've already had one, or do you just say thanks? Like, how do you turn it back?
Thanks and turn back to your work and keep working. Don't give too much back.
Sure. All right, that's all the advice we have for you. So yeah, all the best. And if he's the one, good luck. And if he's not, hope it doesn't, tarnish the workplace too much.
Check your star signs.
Yeah, and do that first before you get committed to him, because that'll make a huge difference. Yeah, I wanted to personally just apologize to you about today's episode, because anyone who is normal and doesn't believe in star signs.
I feel like we ended the star sign chat really abruptly.
Yeah, because it was painful.
Yeah.
We've got
another episode coming next week on the star sign.
There'll be a toss-up whether the part 1 gets released. But yeah, that's all we have for you this week, guys. I'm not even going to ask you to review this week's episode.
No, you should.
Don't
Tell us
leave a
what you
review.
think. Star sign yes, star sign no. What do you think about the whole moon theory with the water in the bodies? I want to know. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I really want to know what you guys think. Until next week, guys, we appreciate you checking in, and have a lovely week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.